As I said yesterday, director of the original House on Sorority Row, Mark Rosman, is treated well by this 2009 remake. He's credited with writing the original script upon which this is based, of course, and they also use his name as the fictional college in the film. That's nice. But let me go ahead and spoil my opinion of this film for you. God, I hate it. I loathe it. I will never watch a frame of this again willingly, ever. The opening is super condensed in comparison to the original, as we pretty much get straight to the prank that sets the film's events into motion. This time the sorority girls pretend to drug a fellow friend and then allow her boyfriend to think she's dead, because someone cheated on someone and something about fraternities or some such thing, and I don't really know. This entire setup is really confusing and incredibly stupid for all involved. Anyway, the plan for the not dead girl is to dismember her body and throw her down a well. And for some reason, the distraught boyfriend decides to stab what he thinks is his dead girlfriend in the chest with a tire iron.
She wasn't dead!
But what about their futures, they cry, as they mostly reluctantly agree to go ahead and throw her down the well and never speak of this again. Obviously, I've never been a part of a sorority, but is this what sororities teach? We jump ahead 8 months to graduation, which honestly is a stupid change to the original story, since everyone was still raw and dazed when the events of the original film went down. But in this version, everyone's moved on from their super evil deeds to go back to their regular run-of-the-mill ones. Graduation party, blah blah blah, someone starts murdering everyone involved. Is it one of the murderers? Is it the dead girl who's not really dead? I don't care this time. I don't. I just want them all dead. Especially the ringleader, Jessica, who is just the worst. I hate rooting for people to die in these things because it's not in my nature, but holy god, Jessica needs the worst death imaginable for her evilness. Worst of all, they try to make this Jessica person all glib and jokey about everything, especially in the third act. These moments are clearly designed as tension breakers, but all they serve to do was infuriate me. The tire iron ends up being the murder weapon of choice in this one, and the killer's calling card. Of course, now it's a ridiculous, tricked-out, gimmicky tire iron, which is the one thing I'll give this movie some points for. This version of the story sucks. It just does. It's the awfulness of the 80s characters ratcheted up 1,000%. With the bonus of cell phones and social media to make things extra awful. And they've replaced the constant parade of possible suspects and motives in the original with people just talking and being deplorable. And a couple of characters keep acting like they might be the killer for no reason at all, which makes no sense. The entire film seems to be shot handheld, so even the most mundane dialogue sequence features a camera that's bouncing around like a Homicide Life on the Street cameraman on a trampoline. It would be terrific if this technique had never become a thing. The nods to the original are nice and all. The original murder weapon makes a cameo at one point, and it's surprising that there was enough fondness for the first movie to even do it. Also, the quote-unquote right people end up surviving this thing, but they could have gotten offed, and I would have been okay with that too.
Do I know you?
Imagine, yeah?
You sell weed on the quad, right?
No, I was the valedictorian. Your graduation? Today?
No.